Imu plus Vivi plus voice theory. I'm starting this with my belief that Im is voiceless, at least at the moment. When she first appeared, Imu has never replied back to those who have talked to him, her. Instead we got, in the speech bubbles. At first I thought this was to add to the mystery of who Imu actually is, but then it was shown that Imu picked Vivi, who is, as far as what is revealed, comparably weaker than the other targets, Luffy, Teach and Shirahoshi. So what would Imu find in Vivi that makes her so special? We don't know. But if we look at Vivi's history, one thing that was given highlight during the climax of the Alabasta saga was her voice. It can be seen during her despair that the people can no longer hear her voice. Luffy's assurance that her voice was heard by him. Her voice in the speakers all around Alabasta, which alone brought relief and calm to the people, especially those who thought she had died in the years she was gone. Her farewell speech with the "Don't you see that light?" speech pushing her to move forwards. And the biggest and most noticeable one was her screams reaching the sky, causing it to rain. The reason this piqued my interest recently was due to the release of Red. The director of the film is one of the few who Oda shared the end of One Piece to. I believe that the storyline of the film is a huge foreshadowing to the events in the final saga. The director, with canon information on what One Piece is, made the film that would give hints about something important that would appear in the canon story. In the film, Uta is most famous as a diva, and what does a diva do? Sings. Her voice is what she is known for. The film gave importance to singing, which would connect to the concept of voices. Plus, in one of Uta's fits, she wore a crown similar to that of Imu's, which makes me believe Imu may be a woman. This is where Vivi's role comes in. I think Imu has successfully taken Vivi, hence her disappearance, and would take her voice similar to Ariel's voice being stolen by Ursula in the movie The Little Mermaid. Vivi's voice in Imu's body would create conflict and be used to manipulate the people. Vivi's connection to the Straw Hats, her country and the royalties she found newfound friendship with would be most susceptible to this. All it would take would be a Den Mushi to her Nakamas manipulating them, and no one would question it since it's made to look like Vivi was the one talking. Why Vivi's voice? I believe she can control an ancient weapon or something that is very powerful. Both Shirahoshi and Momonosuke were able to bring out the Sea Kings and Zunisha respectively because of the voices. In Momo's case, Zunisha used the voice of all things to connect to him. Clearly the concept of the voice is relevant to the final saga where the biggest war would take place. So far I have two guesses on what Vivi can control. The popular theory. Pluton. Despite Pluton being at Wano, the fact that the poneglyph about the ancient weapon was hidden at Alabasta clearly shows that the Nefertaris have a much deeper connection to it that has yet to be revealed. Vivi could be the key to activating Pluton, which is why Imu has to have her. There are creatures that appeared once and never mentioned again. The mysterious black entities of Florian Triangle. This has never been addressed in the manga as of today, but we know they caused the disappearance of countless pirates who had the misfortune of going through the Florian Triangle. I think these entities will be a focal point now that we are nearing the end. Plus these entities share quite similar silhouettes with Imu. They are also the only creatures comparable to Zunisha and the Sea Kings. Kidnapping Vivi would be hitting two birds with one stone. Imu would have the ability to control an ancient weapon, creature and the Straw Hats along with their alliances. would fall into Imu's schemes. This could also be why 800 years ago the Nefertari king, queen who participated in the war against the ancient kingdom refused to be celestial dragons. On the side note, I believe Vivi has escaped Imu's clutches, but her voice is already taken from her. I think she's on the run, with Sabo or Bonnie, and she has with her some vital information about Imu, whatever King Cobra learned about the Nefertaris of long ago, and more. Her having dangerous information would bring her danger, but it would also get the plot going towards the final war, especially when she reunites with the crew. Thoughts?